Oh, here we got Jesus, dude. Fuck, Jason's hiding there in the back. Where the fuck is Charlize, man? We'll just have an old school 10 Johnson reunion up here. Fuck. That'd be all right.
You're on BT Dubs.
I know. Well, for those of you who don't know me, I'm Cher, Guevara, and I just want to start out my set by saying fuck Texas.
Yep.
Fuck Texas, fuck Governor Abbott, and hail Satan, bitches.
Hail Satan.
Hail Satan.
That's right.
Seriously though, I don't know if y'all saw in the news, but the Satanic Temple is suing the state of Texas over the abortion law, because Texas has one of those RFRA laws, you know, where the state government can't burden somebody's religion. So the Satanic Temple is arguing in court, yeah, about that. Abortion is a religious right in our church. So, yeah, fuck you. Yeah, no, you can look it up online. They actually have a satanic abortion ritual, like it's a whole thing. So.
Yep.
Now what?
It should be a good time in court.
Yeah.
All right, let's get to the poetry. Otherwise, I'm just going to spend the whole time up here ranting about how much Texas fucking sucks.
Okay, but you have a whole Facebook for that.
I got a whole thing about that.
We could have done that way before.
That's true. It's not like this is the first time Texas has let us down.
No shit.
You know, like Texas gave us Bush
Babe.
and
Circle
Zodiac Ted.
Circle back. Circle back.
At this point, I think we should just give Texas back to Mexico.
I think so too. I'm all for that.
Under the condition that they deport Zodiac Ted back to Canada.
Do it.
That's where he's from. All right.
Amazing.
So I will. I'm gonna quit politicking and get to the fucking poetry.
Yes, please
So I got some new shit.
do. New shit.
Recent feces, as
Yes.
we used to say.
Yes.
That's right. No, this is fresh. I just wrote this one the other night.
All right, baby, let's go.
This one's called Star Blues. A shot of you floated on by, you waving on some nightclub stage, wrapped in the bluest sky. Like the heroine in some old passage I read years ago. The backdrop shining rose red. I can almost hear the applause and cheers. I can almost see the tears of gratitude shed as you take your encore to finish the show. A moment of ecstasy in this fucked up year. Yeah, it's a small nightclub, but you play it like Carnegie Hall, strutting on the brightest stones, looking like you got it made, like you have it all, swaying solo up there all alone. Dig it, baby, yours is the glory and acclaim. Dig it, baby, as the house erupts in thunder. Dig it, baby, soak yourself in that storm. It makes you feel whole, there's nothing to tear you asunder. It washes away all your faults and all your shame. The immaculate fix of wanting to perform. Yeah, it's holy, it's a religious rite. And tonight you're the priestess in this shrine. So go on and say your prayers to the gods, give them a sight, make them feel worshipped, make them shine. As the patrons tip their dollars, give their tithes. Priestess and congregation united in this midnight sanctuary. The barkeep pours communion, he pours the sacrament. While you get the patrons jumping, making them merry, your prayers are true and holy, absolutely live. This is your calling, this is your fulfillment. Afterwards, your vestments will be put back in their case. You'll count the offerings and put them in your purse. You'll wipe the constellations from your face. There'll be time to prepare for the next one, time to rehearse. As the ecstasy fades on the proud highway, you'll think about the next gig, the next stage. Your spirit will need to recharge. It'll need another chapter on the page, and you can't hold that performer in you at bay. You'll need to seem immortal, walk tall and large. Oh, sister, it seems a vicious cycle. It seems a kind of hell. But those moments like the photo I saw make it worth the cost, to hear the roar of the crowd, to put them under your spell. It gives hope to the outcast, hope that the battle hasn't yet been lost. It lets them forget the ugliness of that cold world outside. And in these dark, uncertain times, it's a beautiful thing to be a performer, to be that shining star. So keep on dancing through the night, give them your songs to sing. Show them the meaning of immortality and pride. Let them see your beauty and believe that they will go far. Thank you. All right, I got two more, and then somebody else can get up here. Otherwise, I'll just keep going. So this is fairly recent shit.
Recent shit.
I'll say I think I know exactly when I wrote this. I wrote this back in January. We were shut down again at work, and we're probably going to get shut down yet again because our numbers keep climbing, because our boss doesn't do a fucking thing. And I actually ended up writing a whole series of sonnets on the second shutdown. The book isn't published yet because I haven't been able to find a publisher, but if you really want it, you can leave me your email address and I will send it to you along with 3 other books that I still haven't found a fucking deal for. If anybody here knows a publisher, please help a poet out. This one's called 10th Shift. Another day come and another day gone, with another email from Doc on what not to do. I know he means well and he's trying to give us cues, but sometimes it seems he's floating without a clue, as he expects us to be heroes and alone face this long dawn. Someone ratted to the brass about the lunch group still trying to cling together in the lonely halls. Yeah, and apparently the brass hit the wall when they found out about it. They saw their numbers fall, with these outlaw groups still trying together to recoup. Doesn't Doc know that our rooms are starting to feel like a cell, like a long season in solitary? And it's hard to be alone with this burden we've been told to carry. Doesn't Doc know it's becoming maddening and scary? Could he understand that facing this has become a lonely hell? All right, now this is old shit.
Old shit.
This is like petrified shit.
It's a corporalite.
So I decided to do this one last week. I did a show in Zionsville, and the show itself was fine, but at this gig, it's done once a month, and they always get a featured poet. And the featured poet last month, I don't even remember the guy's name. That tells you the kind of impression he made. But he was our state poet laureate, and I hadn't read any of his work, never heard this guy read, and I'm thinking, well, hell yeah, you know, this ought to be great. Guys, I'm not making this up. The dude showed up in gray trousers, a gray shirt, a black tie, and read his verse like he was reciting the phone book. I'm like, really? You're the best that the state has to offer in poetry? This right here, this gig that we do every week, that we have been doing every week since I came back home to Indianapolis, started doing poetry, and way before that, we got more energy and spunk than that motherfucker. So, yeah.
Let them have the title. What do you do?
I know. They need to make all of us like the collective poet laureate of the state, man.
The Poet Laureate Collective.
Just be like Thursday night at Irvington Theater, that's Poet Laureate of Indiana.
There you go.
So I wrote this one a number of years ago, and this one's kind of, I guess, it wasn't written to him, but this is directed, I guess, at him and people like him. This is called Hopes of a Young American Poet. Some of you have heard this one before. I want poetry to be reborn in this country. I want poetry out of the halls of academia and back on the streets. I want it dripping not just from the tongues of professors, but from the tongues of people. Ordinary people, unusual people, young people, old people, in the middle people. I want it scribbled not just in notebooks, but in public bathroom stalls, carved into the sides of park benches, spray painted on back alley walls. I want people spitting not just old verse that they remember from so long ago, but new verse coming alive from new poets, famous poets, underground poets. I want people spitting their own verse. I want to see 1,000 open mic nights in 1,000 different cities. First-timers, new-timers, long-timers standing up and sharing poetry with the zeal and lust of hellfire preachers and angry rioters. I want poetry to be alive and dangerous again. Thank you very much. I'm Cher Guevara.